Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, we're going to pull up the screen. Oh, yeah, Vols are 7-0. They take down Tennessee Martin, which was not unexpected, of course. It was pretty much over after the first half, 65-24. We've got Kentucky next up. We're going to talk a little bit about the Vols, a little bit about this game. All right, no shock over that, obviously. Hendon Hooker looked great. The wide receivers, they look great, as usual. And defense did fine with nothing but well, they had some starters in there, but there was a lot of backups in the secondary, which is good. That means they're resting a bunch of folks. I would expect Cedric Tillman to be back for Kentucky. That gives him an extra, he's had an extra 2 weeks to get that ankle right. So that's really good. Look, we're 7-0. Who thought that was coming?
Well, you just never know when another beast might come down out of the forest. You understand, don't you, Thumb Lou?
That's right, 7-0. And it's been a heck of a week, man. We've been talking about Alabama all week. It's been hard to let that go. That was such a great game. And look, we need to feel a little bit bad for the Bama folks. They've had a tough week, okay? A very tough week.
This sucks more than anything that has ever sucked before.
Yeah, it was brutal. But let's get into the stats here. All right, we can see our guy Hendon Hooker, 18 for 24, 75%, 276 yards, 3 touchdowns. Then he didn't even finish the first half. Had to take him out because it was just getting too brutal. So that's pretty awesome. Not unexpected. Joe Milton looked good, 4 for 7. He had a touchdown, 135 yards. And Princeton Fant looked good as a quarterback. Man, he made a nice little throw for a touchdown. So they threw for, 500 yards? Not bad. Let's see, running-wise, we had 201 yards running. Dylan Sampson did most of the running. They put him in pretty much the entire second half and part of the first. Small and Wright played a little bit, kind of rested them a little bit. We didn't really need them in there a whole lot. But 200 yards there. So what is that, 700 yards offense? That's pretty awesome. Hyatt, of course, had his typical game of 2 touchdowns with almost 200 yards. That guy's making himself so much money for his future NFL career. It's ridiculous. And look here, Squirrel White got in there and got himself a touchdown. Squirrel is a dangerous guy. Yeah, absolutely. Ramel Keaton had a great game, had 5 receptions, 2 touchdowns. That's really cool. Good for him. And like I say, 5 touchdowns. That's pretty awesome. UT Martin, let's see. They had a quarterback had a pretty good game. He didn't have that bad interception, but he threw for 300 yards against pretty much all our backups in the secondary. And that was all they could really do because, look here, they only had 76 yards rushing. Nobody's really rushing too well against us, so they're kind of stuck with having to pass. And I'll go through and do a position grading and report card tomorrow for the game and be talking about a whole lot of things. But we got Kentucky coming up next week. That's at 7 o'clock. Needless to say, being at home is going to be great.
There's no place like home.
There's no place like home.
And Kentucky's pretty tough. I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to let you just take a win from them. That's for sure. Well, here's the great thing about being at home. There is no way that we're going to look past Kentucky and start thinking about Georgia because our fan base won't let that happen, and they're going to be there, and they're going to be in a very festive mood, to say the least.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you? Sucking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine?
No. Oh, no, sir.
Oh, no. No. That's exactly right. So it's going to be wild at 7 o'clock. So just wanted to do a quick update about the game. Like I say, I knew we'd win without any question. I wasn't concerned about it. It's good to see the guys get out there and get some of those backup players in there. You know, it's always good to get as much real live snaps as you can for them. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover the Vols. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button if you will. I've only been doing this about 3 months. I could use some subscribers. I sure could. Anyway, I hope you did like the content. We'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.